don't have to wait around for any of it. It's all right there inside of us. This return to innocence, this pure love arising. And yeah, I know there's a part of ourselves still that wants to rise up and judge it and quash it. We just have to be careful about all that. That's just the old pain speaking that says, you can't have love. You can't be love. You must destroy this moment. Wow. Now where the hell does that come from? Is that spider crawling around on my Madonna thinking those kind of thoughts, or what? What is so afraid of our innocence that we can't go back there and be that? Because it's not back anyway at all. This is the most tremendous leap that humanity can make in individual persons. The return to innocence. That which is pure love, pure light inside. The radiant ball of light that we truthfully are. That is the essence of our entire creation. Yeah, our little person here, our little house temple of love. And babies, all of this temple of love around us, the grand creation in which we live. It's united in that innocent heart. You want to see it in this innocent way, then you got it pure. And babies, no one can ever deceive you. You find there's no need for trust. There's no need for blame or fault or playing any other game. No need to manipulate. No need to, pull one heart in and throw another away, etc., etc. Things just flow through you naturally and flow through your life naturally. Now I want you to get on your boudoir today and or if you don't have it, lay out in the car, wherever you can get a little private time. Lock the frickin' door. Don't be disturbed. Throw the phone away. Shut it off. Don't be disturbed, man. Give yourself 2 or 3 hours this day to return to the innocent love inside of yourself. In other words, to allow it to grow. You really need this time. Call in sick if you have to. Do it now. Be ready, man. Because after this medicine show, you're going to get in the flow like you've never been before. If you'll just give it this time. If you'll just tune into this living energy inside of yourself, which is the pure innocence of creation. You see it all around you in the animal kingdom. All kinds of horrible things happen there, right? Lion eats the lamb. Dog eats the rat, etc., etc. Coyote eats the bunny rabbit. I mean, geez, it's a hard thing. But look, nobody's charging anybody with murder. There isn't any courts of law, etc., etc. You see, it's flowing in innocence. So it can happen any way it happens naturally, right? And there is talk of a time when there will no longer be this undivine behavior where there is consumption of one another in this creation. Wow, what an abomination that became, eh? I mean, look at what we do here, especially in this U.S. of A., but Europe as well, man. Horrible, horrible slaughter factories. Make, some of our little death camps we had a way back look like, innocent child's play. There's so much horror in this reality just so folks can have a little slab of meat on their table at night, Wow. See, this is the kind of thing that the return to innocence pretty much just puts an end to. All of that illusion that goes with it, too. When you allow yourself to feel this love, to live in it, and not just ascribe to it in your mind, but in your heart, unite. Mind, body, spirit, we're all one. It is the triad of reality, the innocent love, pure and simple within us. And any activity that takes place in that, just like the world around us, anything that takes place in that innocent way is, of course, innocent. And everything is done in the way it should be. It follows a flow quite naturally. And we move beyond the need for laws and regulations, and therefore no longer need government or police or any kind of social structure, because it's built right into our innocence. The same way that nature takes care of her own throughout. We can live in this divine presence where all of creation is flowing through us, and we know it, we see it, we understand it. We got it all. It ain't limited anymore. In the innocence, your vision becomes pure. That's what I mean when I'm talking about the dawn of revelation. This is the revealing to ourselves of the age of truth, the reality of truth. And it can only again be experienced in that innocent way. So I don't care how hardball you've had to play, or how mean you've been, or how kind. Whatever it is in this life, let go of it right now. And just be alive inside. Just feel the life flowing, see? And then you just want to go enhance that feeling. And I'm telling you got to be laying down to do this. Because it won't work any other way. You can't do it on your feet. You're too distracted. You can't do it when you're doing other things. You're too distracted. You need these few hours to yourself to experience the innocent totality of your love. And to see what that really means in your life, because it becomes self-correcting, babies. And anything that's aberrant or out of place quite naturally falls into place. Everything that is unusual and painful goes away. Because in the innocence we dissolve all judgment on it, and therefore we don't even need to be it anymore. Whatever we've done, we've evened the score and more. We've got it together now. See, we're standing here. Glowing, golden, glittering life. Innocent and pure. And it's okay to go all the way. To experience the pure joy of the essential life in every essential particle of your person. And this is what I'm advising you to give time to. Because this is where the pursuit of the innocent love inside leads to the most fulfilling moment you've ever experienced. And this cracks open yet another gateway in this paradigm if you'll do this. And I'll be right there with you, because I always am. Grandpa never leaves you alone. He's always there. He's called a grandfather for a reason. He's the grand heart of love that you've created to remind you in this state, in this place, in this time, in this moment right now, of what you truly be, of who you really are, and of what is the faithful truth within you that's carried you through all of the agonies of this lifetime and the living before that, man. All of it, the ages of time, all of it. We've pretty much covered the sandwich there, babies, and it was a big, thick one, let me tell you. Dagwood would have been jealous as all get out. But now it's a party, a picnic, when we eat of the sandwich of life and feel its resonant love become one within us. Do you understand what I'm saying? We become what we are. Yes, indeedy, babies. It's pretty damn good. But you can only accept it in the innocent way, in the pure way. It won't come to you any other way. And that's why there's been so much fighting and fucking in this world. Because it seemed like it came some other way. We've been misled. It comes from inside of yourself first and foremost. It's the complete arousal of your full and complete self. All of you. Living in harmonic, tonal vibration that you see, feel, hear, experience. Feel it, receive it on every level of sensuality. Every level. And be whole within your heart. It's the moment you've been waiting for. So we're creating it this week, right now, today, in this moment in time. We're creating that space for us, each, to receive of and feel the grand innocence in our pure love, our pure life, and in every avenue that it causes us to express in. To understand the innocence in that and let go of the harsh judgments we hold on ourselves, let alone each other. And to allow the pure magic of living to bring together that which needs to be brought together, to render asunder that which needs to be rendered asunder, and made into the fertile soil from which life now blossoms and grows in its total heart, its total, complete, innocent, pure, golden heart that flows with the love of life to everywhere and everything. And all over this earth, these miracles are seen as people awaken and arise. So even those not listening in will feel the pull, because we're strong and powerful in this reality, each and every one of us, of ourself, in the individual person, in the persona that we are. That is our pure innocence, given in the way that only life can give it to us. And we're meant to experience it within this person. And then we have nothing but sheer joy and love to share. Though we can keep a lid on it for a bit after we've got that grand experience. And just let it trickle out a bit here and there. Fool them a bit, what did you say? Just let it come forward, as it will, in other words. Because it might be a trickle here, trickle there. And then there's the big pickle, and you don't have to pay a nickel for that big pickle because it's right there. And you just accept and receive that which is offered you by this divine universe through the innocence of its heart. And you flow that way. Because you know enough to be that. To allow yourself to be that. And to be in that moment so pure that your love, your life will never again seem to escape you. Because in totality and actuality, it never has. We've always been the innocent. We never stepped away from it as humanity, as persons in humanity, as the Mother Earth herself. But we certainly have felt a lot of judgment and condemnation on ourselves for perceived stepping away, haven't we? See, when you return to the innocence, you let go of that heavy burden that's been slowing you down all along, that kicks your ass every time something divine comes along and won't let you have it. You step away from it because you don't feel deserving in some deep, powerful sort of way. And you didn't even know it was that play, but you sure as hell felt it, didn't you? Oh man, stumbling on a few words today. But that's what keeps it into play, man, and that's what brings us all back to life, the innocence that can allow itself to stumble around a bit in life, can allow itself to have been the blind, the impure, the unholy, the unjust. What the hell, babies? Look at where we've been. How can you hold any of that then against yourself or any other for that matter? We're all babies in the playpen, and we're all doing the roles we were assigned to do, and quite perfectly, too. You give yourself this time, this way, to experience this way today. And babies, I guarantee you're going to live it that way forevermore. Because that's what we're here for, is to even that score, to see past the inequity, the injustice, and make it all pure right here inside. This lovely little hide that's been given us as a gift from the universe. Even though holographic it may be, in feeling, inorganic is our reality. That's our root. Our taproot of love that goes right into the Mother Earth's heart. So just like the ethereal which comes from that golden sun, that golden heart, same with the other, which comes up through the earth. See, in us is the unity, the juncture of all divine energies. And that's why we explode into creation, because all of it leads to us. All of these energies, all of these loves, from every direction, from all angles, all around. We are filled with the magic of life, the innocent, pure, golden, glowing, glittery little life that we are. And from that experiential place where we can only know the joy and the feeling of it, we expand that into creation. Powerful shine here, man, this morning here on the Coyote Medicine Show, only on the Hazy Radio Network, don't you know, baby? Who got a heart here keeping you in the flow, don't you know? So give yourself this time, this space. Experience your one love, your one heart. And babies, you create, you crack open the veils between the realities. You create in this moment where you allow yourself to feel pure. In that moment, you create creation feeling itself innocent and pure right along with you. See, we're that significant in creation. And that's why there's been such a brouhaha over our personal feelings and so forth in this reality, and why they've been misdirected in many ways. But in other ways, babies, as we see it with the eyes of innocent and pure love, all of the activity here has been divine and directed by the divine heart to be what it is and to be purely innocent in all of it. This is how we set one another free, by allowing that innocence to flow through you and me, all of us together, don't you see? Just like we do here every day. What you're feeling right now, that's the flow of unity. That's the innocent heart. That's the love coming forward. And see, there is no judgment or condemnation on it anywhere. There's only a pure, simple, sweet acceptance going on inside of you now, where you learn to finally embrace every aspect of yourself, innocent and pure. It's called a process of assimilation. And in assimilation, we let go of all the perspectives that have divided us from ourself, and therefore from our creation. In assimilation, we see the unity of creation as it functions through us as a person, and the larger person in everything too. Same one, really. You're just a personal expression of that grander person which is creation. Living itself in the full feeling of the heart now, baby. Live and work hard here each and every day. Getting it that coyote way, your morning wake-up call, wouldn't you say? Oh, yes, indeed. Here on the Hazy Radio Network. Oh, yeah, hazyradio.com. We got it on. And you want to be here as often as you can, babies. Yeah, because all we can do each and every day is grow and expand. There ain't no stopping us now, as good old McFadden and what's-her-name said. Oh, yeah. I tell you what, we got some tunage, we got some flow, we got some... See, we energize the tunage as it flows through us here from the Coyote Medicine Show. Old Grandpa Coyote at the helm, you betcha. We energize the music. That's why you feel it so well, even though it's a tune you may have heard 1,000 times before, or one you've never heard before, because a lot of you don't know some of these oldies I play. Some real quality gifted artists out there, I'll tell you. Divine angels, everyone. Again, look for the innocence, feel it that way. And babies, the music can never mislead you, no matter what's in it. You know, it's always pure. Music is life, and life is music. It's the dance we feel, and the harmony we live in that innocent moment, in that innocent way. So, as grandpas, we get our day underway here on the Coyote Medicine Show, boy, and exclusively on the Hazy Radio Network, because it's meant for you, personal-like. Babies, just go with this flow. You're going to get a whole lot more, don't you know, as we continue this flow. Yes, indeed. Here with Grandpa and the angels and the ancestors, all designed to innocently set us free. Why don't you roll me away this morning, guys? Just pack me up and let's go out and play. Roll me away. I think you already have, babies. I'm just bowled over by the love flowing in here this morning at 9,000 feet high in Rocky Mountain sky. Your heart's making my heart come right back to life, man. And we're really, really high. Much higher than 9,000 feet could ever be measuring, let me tell you. Let alone 90,000 or 900,000 or 9 billion, man. Whatever the number happened to be. 999. That's divine, right? When you add a 6 to it, that is, oops, where'd that come from? Man alive. It's the sunrise inside here on the Coyote Medicine Show, only on the Hazy Radio Network. Don't you know, man? Rocking this network you ever found since Grandpa's Coyotes hanging around here with your wake-up call for y'all. Don't you know? Yes, indeed, you're going with the flow here with the old man himself, the Grandpa of Love, man. Yes, indeed, and the Grandpas to go with it, too, because I got the grand hands, man. If you ever feel the touch of these hands, you know there's something more to this man than there ever was before, you know. Magic exists inside of everybody's little carcass, don't you know? Yes, indeedy. And it's called in the flow. When we're in that flow, we got the magic because we got the glow, we got the life. And there ain't nothing stopping us and nothing can hold us back. Nothing at all, baby. Don't matter if it's physically present or not physically present, if it's emotional or spiritual or psychic or psychological. You know, whatever it is, babies, there ain't no restrictions on us anymore. All we got to do is wake up and get in that flow, don't you know? Just be the heart that we are. Just take it to the planetary reality where we be. Yeah, Mother Earth, don't you see? We're her divine children, her divine angels, her divine creators, divine creation, creators in creation. Yeah, that's plural. Creators, which is creator, which is one in everything and everyone, of course. How else would it be in this reality? Except that it be you and me. Undivided. Naturally gathered in the innocent love of a pure heart forevermore. Now that's family, and that's even in the score, and that's getting it right, so that we can spread our wings and take flight, and in this great heart unite with all of humanity, and all of this Mother Earth as well, and all that goes with it, and in so doing, change our view of everything. It's the dawn of revelation here on the Coyote Medicine Show, don't you know? We like to use those heavy terms, man. Get those old New Agers stirred up a little bit, you betcha. Revelation revealing its own reality through us as it comes to us to see it and be it and live it into being quite naturally. It's a different state of being than you've ever known because you've been so fucking far removed from your reality that you didn't even know they had one. You thought this was your reality, and you had to dig and struggle and shoot each other and one-up each other and all that other kind of crap in order to get ahead in this world. Step on everybody, man. Screw them all, man. I'm the only one that counts, right? Oh, darlings, I'm glad we don't feel that way here at the Coyote Medicine Show. None of us do, dear. Not in this vibe tribe. That much is clear. We're nothing but love and life and purity and truth and strength and vision in motion, man. The full vision of the loving heart making its own creation through us, man. As it always has been, as it always should be, as it always will be. As we realize it in this dawn of great creation. Good morning, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Good morning, everybody. Speak of Sister Rose. She just flowed in here, don't you know? Listen, babies, you want to be tuned into this Coyote Medicine Show this week. We're building you up so unique, making it so fat, so easy to see. But babies, come Saturday, that's August the 8th, at the morning, about 9:30, 9:45. You want to get there a little early, babies. You never know, but at the Crestone Music Festival, hoo-wee, not only are we uniting the Earth with her galaxy, with her universe and all of her children from all across this grand universe and beyond her as well, we're also doing a unity thing of one heart between two beautiful and spiritual souls that represent some pretty essential energies here, and one of those is Sister Rose, and the other, well, let's just call him Jedi Jesus for short, man. It's going to be quite the little ceremony, this opening and awakening call, babies. And then comes the blast from the synthesizer at last. And here comes Mama's love and the rest of the tribe uniting, man. Yeah, hell yeah, we got the vibe. Hell yeah, we got the flow. You want to be there, don't you know? August 8th in the morning. That's where you catch the flow. Babies, we're working on it all week. We're working on it all year, for that matter, right here on this Coyote Medicine Show and across this planetary reality of many different forms and figurements. We ain't the only one, thank goodness, but we's the funnest one, that's for damn sure. You ain't fun till you got it clear here on the Coyote Medicine Show, dear. That's just how it works, man. You want to know the real score? Tune in to Grandpa. I'll give you a whole lot more than truth. I'll give you the love of your own life right back to you. Set it right in your lap, and you can love it forever, man. Embrace it, and it can be your baby forevermore, babies. See? Just arise, be the creation that you are, and share it everywhere you go. That doesn't mean you got to go out and proselyte or anything like that. Fuck no, man. Keep all that shit to yourself. Just be in the glow and be happy, don't you know? When people ask you, you can say, well, geez, I came at it this way. Tell a little story, you know? And that inspires them because our stories, believe it or not, and this is why we like them, they match up in certain areas in certain ways, you know what I mean? Because we're all living the same damn story. Now, this is one little secret, little known about history and creation. I got to tell you how it's compartmentalized and how it's been assembled together. There's a lot of what we know of as history, even that which is unknown, which is unreported. I mean, beyond the lies that are told to us as history, which is total bullshit, for the most part, anyway. But the real history of humanity, which spans millions of years, of course, isn't real only in certain existential places. Mostly it's a story. We live in a dreamlike state. So when we're born into this world, we habituate, we inherit an ancestry, a historical context, you see, that maybe we think, we accept it as a reality immediately, of course. But that may be there's some fictionality in that reality, even as it's portrayed. You know, it may be that our true timing is right now. That we just stepped into it maybe a couple of 3 lifetimes ago. That the rest of it's just a story, don't you know? See, we did the beginning, and then we let the story compound itself and compound itself and compound itself without actually being in it for real. Instead of extending our consciousness into, we just let the story compound itself. So when there were moments in this storyline, let's say, that we needed to step in and fulfill a role, well, there we are, don't you know? You see, and that's the only reality, really, is what you live, what you perceive, what you are. So understand the story, and this is why it's so easy to rectify. When you start to realize the innocence inside, then you start to see the innocence in the ride, and you understand much of what we experience as historical is a complete fabrication of our heart. And nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful fabrication, just like a work of great fiction from Ernie Hemingway or Johnny Steinbeck or, you know, Kurt Vonnegut or anybody else you know out there. Those are just some of my faves, you know, Steinbeck in particular. But Funny Guts, boy, it's hard to beat him too, isn't it? What a great guy, you know what I mean? If you've never read Slaughterhouse-Five, you've robbed yourself of a real experience, let me tell you. That is a book of books, man. And it's a little skinny thing. It ain't that long. It's funnier than hell, but very, very poetically ironic. Perfect piece of work of art, if you ask me. But I'm no Vincent van Gogh, don't you know? I'm just old Coyote here with the Coyote Medicine Show, only on the Hazy Radio Network. Ooh, yeah, now you're in the flow. Starting to catch on, ain't you, Joe? Hey, Jacqueline, look at you coming out so clean. Oh, yeah, we all get it today. Give yourself some time. Get it underway. Be in your heart. Let yourself have the start. Take 2-3 hours. Take the whole dang day. I don't care what it takes, man. Give yourself this time to allow yourself to rise up and realize the divine presence inside of yourself. Starts with your heart and expands out from there. So be sure to touch your heart as you're giving yourself this time. Just close your eyes and drift with it. Go with the flow. Let the feelings take you there, don't you know? And begin to see how your creation truthfully works. And you'll be amazed at what happens around you. How you can pre-dream stuff into being. You already are doing it, you're just not conscious of it. Very often, anyway. You see? You can pre-dream, you can pre-be. But actually, at the same time, when you come to that moment, it's only one moment, and it lasts forever. There is no time. There's that moment you find you're divine. And all the rest of it's just a story. Whether we lived it or dreamed it or lived it through the dream, you know, doesn't really matter. The reality is, when we recover, we are the lover that's been undercover throughout all that grand long storyline we call the historical time. In a sense, it doesn't even exist, despite all the suffering we've done here and all the righteous loving too. You see? It's like you can create in many different ways at many different levels. And babies, we are the creative essence of the universe. And of course, we're going to be quite clever with ourselves. And we ain't going to overwork ourselves any more than we have to. So what appears to us as millions, maybe hundreds of millions, maybe even 1 billion years, probably about that number from the looks of things, in the context of humanity and our experience here in time, it's really just a sweet moment in the divine. At the culmination of all of that long storyline, the moment we reunite with our heart. That's the only moment that is. The rest is just bullshit. Beautiful bullshit. Poetic bullshit. The best kind there could ever be. The kind you like to smell from a mile away, but not too close up. Because, boy, when it rots down, it does it powerfully. and what it produces from that rot down is the most incredible harvest of blossom and flowers across humanity there could ever be. That's you, that's me, that's all of us, don't you see? So says Grandpa as we get in the flow here on the Coyote Medicine Show, once again on the Hazy Radio Network, exclusively, baby, because this is where the heart is. Yeah, yours too. You betcha.